I think if I hear you call me Becky one more time, six-pack, I'm gonna pop your tops. All six of them.
Who are you?
Hey, this is Matt once again. Welcome back to another review. And this is another request for Andrew Patterson, who wanted my thoughts on the TV pilot of The Incredible Hulk. Now, requests can be done either send it directly to my PayPal or join me on my Patreon. Links are down below for both of them. It could be a review or reaction or movie topic, whatever. With exceptions, but pretty much anything. Now, The Incredible Hulk show, I did not watch the show itself growing up. I've seen bits here and there, but I do remember watching the TV movies more. Really one in particular. No, I should say two. There was the one with Thor and the one with Daredevil. Those are ones I remember the most. And probably the ones until here that I watched all the way through. And I remember enjoying them. Remember having fun with them. But I don't know why. I guess because growing up I didn't have the channel where the Incredible Hulk show or the reruns were on. I guess those movies were taped from my aunt, which would send us VHS tapes where it had episodes of X-Files, episodes of Simpsons, episodes of other stuff, including that. But based on those and based on this, even I could go that Bill Bixby did a wonderful job as, I was going to say Bruce Banner, but he's David Bruce Banner. And Lou Ferrigno as the Hulk, the look that he had. Apparently Arnold Schwarzenegger went up for the role, but they thought he was, I guess, too short or something, so Lou Ferrigno got the part. Actually, they were going to go with Richard Kiel, but then I guess a little kid said, that's not the Hulk. He's not that tall. Like, what the hell? So, okay, Richard Kiel, you're gone, so we got Lou Ferrigno. I mean, who doesn't know the plot of The Incredible Hulk, or even the TV show? Watching the TV pilot, I like the way they established David Banner, Bill Bixby's character, this montage of the love of his life, and there's a blown tire, and there's a car crash, but he can't lift it up, so his wife dies. He wakes up. Of course, that typical way where you wake up like that, which try doing that in real life. Try lying down, and then with a nightmare, try lift it all the way up. You're not going to do it. You'll be like, but not all the way up. But that's a cliche that so many, countless upon countless movies and TV shows did back in the day. You don't see that much anymore. Because again, when you're sleeping, you don't go all the way like this. But anyway. Apparently it seems as if the creator of the show, he wanted to do the show, but it seemed as if he wasn't a fan of the comic. Because I read up on some of this stuff about how it seemed like he just wanted to change almost anything. Like, okay, Bruce Banner. Nope, want to be David Banner. Of course, one of the rumors is that someone said that Bruce sounded too gay. That's one of the rumors, that Bruce sounded too gay. So, no, we gotta have a strong first name. David. Okay, you have David Bruce Banner. That's the rumor. Don't shoot me. Well, okay, and he doesn't have the same job that he had in the comic. I understand. Well, I was gonna say I understand why they had to change certain stuff, because I believe in the comic it was the explosion, and maybe they couldn't film that. So here, people just happen to have this abnormal DNA deviation, but they at one point had this abnormal do something extraordinarily strong, like save a person, like the whole thing you hear about how a mom lifts a car to save her kid, which they actually have that in this. And Bill Bixby's like, well, how the hell did these people do it? I couldn't do this to save my wife. How could they do it? Then his assistant goes, well, you have the DNA deviation too. Well, how come I'm not able to do it? And then he sees that his gamma is low, so he's in this machine and he raises his gamma levels, but something fucks up. Thus, the next time he's in the rain, he's got a flat tire, hurts his hand, he turns into a Hulk, he's like, fuck this car, fuck this shit. And then you see a little bit of the Hulk. And you see that the Hulk does mean well. Kind of like the Frankenstein monster. It does mean well. This is kid in the water. She falls off into the water. She's on the boat. The Hulk lifts a tree to help her, but she's freaked out, and the dad shoots him. Doesn't kill him. Throws the motherfucker in the water. And then the second half of the film is pretty much Bill Bixby and the assistant trying to experiment to see what's going on. Put him in this big chamber. You have the reporter McD. So of course you get that legendary line, Mr. McD, don't make me angry. You don't like me when I'm angry. Classic line. And again, you don't have wall-to-wall Hulk, which makes sense. It's a TV pilot. And then you get the little bit there that I mentioned, then you get the little bit where he smashes out of the chamber, but he just calmed down. And then the third time when there's this explosion, because Mr. McD fucked up. Mr. McD's fault, honestly, that this girl died. But the Hulk tries to save her, and then she dies. So that brings even extra sadness, where because there's an explosion, she dies. People think he died. So he's like, fine, let them think I died. And then goes on that long journey with the Incredible Hulk. I don't know what you call that piece of music. Sort of the sad walk. Do, 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 do. Which does get into a lot. That one moment, that's the funny thing. That one moment with Bill Bixby at the gravesite, sees his grave and then sees the grave of this woman that died. His look on his face, turning around, walking, and you have that music. That does more for the Hulk than all of the Marvel films combined. Ain't that fucking crazy? That one moment shows more of what the Hulk is. And more of who Banner is, to be fair. And for some reason, despite how many films they put the Hulk in Marvel, this from 2008 onward, and I like the 2008 Incredible Hulk. So to be fair, when I say Marvel, I mean the Mark Ruffalo stuff. That's what I mean, the Mark Ruffalo. Technically, Edward Norton's part of it, so let me backtrack. All the Mark Ruffalo stuff, all that combined is nothing compared to that one moment that Bill Bixby had. That's why I find fucking funny and pretty fucking sad. And I can see why my friend Effrey's a huge fan of the Hulk. It's his favorite, I believe it's his favorite superhero. I don't know if he read the comics. I never asked him about if he read the comic books. I think it might have been this show. But I don't know if he ever read the comic books. It might have been this show, but he loved the Hulk because of the show. And I can see why. Because, yeah, it's a show where a guy turns into a green, spray-painted guy with fuzzy hair that looked like he blinded me with science hair. So nowadays people look at it as goofy. But its heart is in the right place. Lou Ferrigno and the look, and what more could they do in the 70s? You don't have some special effect for a TV show? How the hell you don't do that? So this worked for what it was supposed to be. And it's still, Lou Ferrigno's still very impressive physical wise. They don't have the Hulk talk. And that's the thing I was mentioned before, like the creator did so many things that was different from the comic. How the Hulk was originated. Changing the name from Bruce Banner to David Banner, or David Bruce Banner. Changing his profession. Now he's a medical researcher. Also, he wanted the Hulk to be red. And that's when Stan Lee had to put his foot down and go, no, he's green. You want to be red because, well, someone's mad, they're red. But I'm sorry, if he was red, it would look even more, that would look ridiculous. He would look like a hot tamale. Hey, where's the hot tamale going? So, I mean, so why the fuck did you want to make the show if you didn't like the comic? Does it seem like you didn't like the comic? Maybe there's more to the story, but I don't know. But yeah, the TV pilot, it was a nice introduction because Bill Bixby sold the role. He seemed like one of those actors that would work extremely well in dramatic, important films. But he didn't, how do I put it? This didn't seem like it was beneath him. It didn't seem like, oh my god, I'm doing this fucking show about Hulk. This felt like he took it seriously. He did it with gusto. He brought the emotional pathos to it. And Bill Bixby really sold the heartache and sadness of this character. And what has happened to him. And what has transpired. The tragedy. Because the Hulk is a tragedy. I mean, nowadays he's eating fucking tacos and giving people fucking tacos. This is funny. It's funny in Avengers movie. You know, the movie that people consider one of the best films of all time. These Avengers films. Oh, it ain't funny giving them tacos. I would love to get in a room with Edward Norton. Because I know he was a big fan of the show. And you could tell, like, he was a big fan, like, Edward Norton was a big fan of the show, and you could tell he tried to bring that to the movie. But then Marvel, it seemed like Marvel wanted to fight that. Which in the long run was a fucking mistake, in my opinion. Not a mistake to them, they made the money, so guess the joke's on us. I don't have to fucking... Like Mark Ruffalo, I could deal with him in the first event, first couple times, but man, they're like, that's not the Hulk. Like, no one. Anyway, maybe that's another discussion another day about Mark Ruffalo's Hulk. But yeah, Bill Bixby did a wonderful job for the production values they have at the time. It worked well. I mean, you had real fire, the way it was done in the rain in his first transformation. I love the way the contest looked when it's Bill Bixby, but he's ready to turn to a Hulk. Brings an eerie effect to it. The music is a big plus. I mentioned even the music when he's doing the transformation is memorable. And like I said, the music at the very end, that's, people remember that to this day. And I think it really sold the story that was being told. And that, in a way, this was a Jekyll and Hyde thing. That the Hulk wasn't evil. You know, didn't want to hurt people, but at the same time, you could see why Bill Bixby needed and wanted to get rid of this. I think one of the reasons I never really went into watching the show is because I know how it ends and it's shitty. So I don't want to invest my time watching the show when it ends with it's literally called the death of the Incredible Hulk. I mean, he fucking dies because they wanted, stupidly, they did this, they want to have a cliffhanger and then make another movie where he gets revived, and I don't know if he was the Smart Hulk or Grey Hulk or whatever the fuck. They didn't do Grey Hulk on the show, did they? Smart Hulk? Maybe that's one reason why I never watched the show, because, like, that's how it fucking ends? He just dies? That fucking sucks. So, I mean, I know that's not fair, but you know how it is? Like, you know how a show ends. It's like, well, do you want to fucking... Maybe one day, if I ever get the time. Just time now. That's what it's just time. Time's limited. But, yeah, I did see why people would enjoy the show. And Bill Bixby, Lou Ferrigno, they definitely made the show work. Well, that's not fair because I didn't see the show, but the snippets I've seen, and based on the one I saw on Thor, Daredevil, and this one, which I forget what the hell those were called. I think one was Trial of the Incredible Hulk, and the other was, I forgot what the fuck it was called. The Return of the Incredible Hulk? I can't remember. But yeah, thumbs up. End of the day, thumbs up for the show, for the pilot. I just see why people would see this. Go, I want to see what happens next, especially with the way it ends. So, thanks for watching. Take care. We'll see you guys later. Bye bye.